What is up, ladies and gentlemen? How's everybody doing tonight? It is time once again for the Wrestling Wire. So, little change for tonight. Um, no co-host. My co-host is actually doing some things. He's got something going on tonight. He's got something going on. So, he just contacted me right before the show. Hey, brother, I'm not going to make it. I hope that's not a problem. I was like, you know what? It's all good. We're going to do a call-in show. So, the viewers, tonight, if you want the opportunity to come on here and say something, you want to talk in the comments, anything you bring up, we're going to talk about. You want to talk in the comments, or hell, you want to come on air, all you got to do, send me a direct message. It's that simple. I bring you on air, you get to talk smack. Whatever you want to talk about, it doesn't matter. I'm adjusting my camera. Nobody that glass was giving me seeing the edge of my computer case was kind of giving me a little mind bender there. But anyway, look. What in the hell is going on with Tony Khan? Tony Khan and Jinder Mahal Twitter beef. Like, what? No. Guy, look. Everybody has something to say. I guess it was funny when a president did it, but it's not funny now. That's one statement I've heard about going on rants on Twitter. Him going after Bischoff is just kind of weird to me. Listen, when you go head to head, A roster versus A roster, not your show versus the developmental talent, which still did pretty damn good, all things considered. Oh yeah, you hired 90% of them, didn't you? Or most of that crew that was running back then. Yeah, they're on your show. But when you beat the WWE for 84 weeks in a row, give me a call. Then you can go after Bischoff. But beyond that, like, why bother? What are you trying to prove? Eric could get hired by anybody tomorrow. I don't get it. I also don't understand. You want to make a big deal about the ratings. Congrats, bro. You can make all the big deal about ratings you want. I could care less about ratings when I look at revenue streams. What the E do last quarter? 400 million? Somebody want to check that? Like, give me a break, bro. It's crazy. You want to be on air. Guess what? This is how simple this is, guys. It's not a lie. I'm not kidding anybody. It's just, the opportunity for people to talk. Impact's on tonight. If you haven't been keeping up with Impact, you're missing out because it's been fantastic. They've got what looks to be like an 8-person match going on right now. X, with an X thing hanging through. I'm not sure what it is. It's a women's match, so there's bound to be something here. Either way, let's see what else we got. Ghazi, what's happening? How are you doing? We're hosting an open mic night, so it is what it is, and invites have already been sent out. It is in your direct message. Yeah, it's an Ultimate X match. That's what it is. Thank you. I haven't watched Impact in so long that like I'm out of the loop. Brian Scott, what's happening? Um, but yeah, I'm just a little out of the loop on it. Uh, Jordan Grace should be like a main eventer wherever she goes. Super cool person. Um, got to talk to her a bit at WrestleCade, so that was awesome. Um, but yeah, we're just sitting back, BS, and talking about wrestling. It's cool that they have an Ultimate X match going on for the women. What do they get to? Is there like a women's X division title, or do they get like a cash in on the strap, like the women's world title or something? Like, how does this work? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Tony Khan accidentally made Jinder hot. Thank you. 100% agree. Hey, Brian, tell Tommy to check his messenger. I sent him the invite. I sent it there. Yeah, I know it's crazy. It's either for a title shot or for the title. I can't remember. Well, I don't think it's for the title. They got a big X hanging in the ring, so there's that. Um, Plus, they just unveiled their new belts. Their new belts are really nice too. Uh, I was I was kind of surprised to see that. Um, well, let me rephrase that. I wasn't really surprised that with the TNA launch, they're gonna go or relaunch of TNA, rebirth of TNA. They're gonna switch the belts off of the Impact logo, which I'm down with. Um, Bro, it's open mic night. Dom, the voice of XWW in the house. What is up, Dom? It's open mic night, so anybody who sends me a DM can get an invite to the show, be on air, and this is just what we're doing. Um, so that's how it goes. Uh, we're just BSing about wrestling, man. That's it. I mean, they got some really nice belts, bro. I'm gonna say those titles came out really well. Still not. I don't know. I'm not 100% sold on the digital media title, but I mean, it is what it is. That was a rough landing for whoever that was. I guess that was Giselle Shaw. Looks like she's okay. She gripped the ref's hand. Um, that's it. How did I like? I mean, it went over better than a fart in church. There's that, but it was we already knew. And I guess with Cole being injured, they had to just go ahead and blow the lid on it. And then with the contract talks for MJF, they had to do that as well. They had to get him to drop the strap or whatever to Joe. We talked about it a little bit last week. So here's my thing. Congratulations, Samoa Joe, for winning the title. That's great. I'm trying to figure out what that company wants to do in order to get their ratings above a million consistently. Let's start there. If they're happy where they are, good on them. Um, I think Tony Khan needs to come off the coke and stop with the ADHD brain that he uses to book. I don't understand I understand ADHD. Like I get ADD, ADHD, all that shit. I understand it. But how you going to do this and not have continuity when the indie shows in the North, South, and Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia region have better storyline continuity? You have 2 hours for Dynamite, an hour for Rampage, and an hour for what's the Earth's Collision? 2 hours. I don't know. So we'll call it 4 hours at minimum of live television, and your storylines are in the shitter. What are you doing? I don't get it. It kills me. Yeah, Gazi, I hear you. Apparently MJF got injured, so they did the reveal. Look, I don't know. I don't know. I Who knows? As far as it goes, as far as I'm concerned, here's the kicker. You have MJF is probably one of the hottest talents there. If not, he is the hottest talent. But is he going to be able to you know, is he going to be able to come back from injury and still be that hot? Is he going to be that popular? Is the draw still going to be there to him? He's their biggest draw in my estimation. It's great you've got guys like Edge there. That really helps. But everybody knows Edge from the E, and unless they're putting the title on him, Edge is just kind of like chilling. He's going to put out good matches, and he's going to have a good, have a good run. But right now, they've got this story with him and Christian. That's probably the best story they've got. Is that because the only other stories that come out of AEW are ones that people don't want to hear. You know, that's why they're under NDAs. Oh, that was a cheap blow, wasn't it? Who cares? I once again, I'm not getting into the NDA thing or the Jericho thing. I don't care. I don't until I see good proof. Don't at me with that shit. I will tell you folks the same thing I said, and if you want proof, find the clip from Elliot in the Morning a boatload of years ago. Y'all remember that chick who killed her daughter in Florida or whatever, and the FBI was investigating Casey Anthony, right? Anyway, listen, I called the radio station. I'm like, by the way, just so everybody knows, I want everybody prepared. She's going to be uh, not guilty. And it's not because she didn't do it. I wasn't there. I don't know whether she did it or not. That's not my point. My point is the FBI sucks so bad they did a shit job on the investigation. They blew it. So even if they had her dead to rights, they blew the investigation. It didn't matter. Same thing here. I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't care. If it comes out to be true, right on. That's fine. But I am definitely one of those people that says innocent until proven guilty. Bar none. Innocent until proven guilty. Let's catch up on some comments here. Transitional champion at best. I've already predicted. I think Swerve is going to beat him. Cole will then beat Swerve when MJF comes back, if he comes back. That's kind of like your telltale. But I see them giving Swerve the strap for. I say Joe has it less than 90 days. I say Swerve will have it 6 months, maybe. Other than that, I mean, what are you doing with Brian Danielson? What do what's going to go on with Mox? What's going to go next there? Josh, should Rock versus Roman take place at EC or WrestleMania? Very simple. Very simple. That is Elimination Chamber. Do you know why? When was the last time they performed in Australia? They're going to give them something big because they want to go back. They want the money they're going to get to go back. Y'all, so look at the Super Bowl. Do you realize that they put in bids for where the Super Bowl takes place? I don't even like football like that. But areas put out money to say, hey, bring your show here. Look at all the local revenue that comes from that. Imagine the monetary increase for Perth, Australia. That's huge. That's huge. I think that's a big deal. So in my book, you do that at Elimination Chamber, not at WrestleMania. If you do it at WrestleMania, here's the kicker. We have too many other irons in the fire, too many other stories being told. Elimination Chamber, it doesn't need to be for the title. It just needs to be for head of the table. Roman loses. Now he's no longer head of the table, but he's still got the bloodline, which is already starting to see the decay of that between Solo being named the successor and Jimmy not liking it and Jay over here. So much going on there. There's a lot to that whole storyline, too. So that's another thing to keep in mind. That match, in my book, has Elimination Chamber written all over it because that's going to be a big deal. And I'm fine with that match happening there because you know what else is going to happen there? Punk wins Elimination Chamber, getting his WrestleMania main event spot. That's how it happens. Let's see here. AEW makes no sense. Show up and get a title shot. Well, hold on. That just happened. That just happened. To WWE too, because Jinder Mahal showed up out of nowhere and got a title shot. So I'm not going to go that far. But yeah, to me, it's weird. I don't like their booking style. They claim it's more sports based, but I don't see it. Pardon me. We got to talking about AEW and I sneezed. I'm allergic to bullshit. I tried to tell y'all. Let's see here. Sting's last match is supposed to be a tag team against the Bucks. I don't like that at all. Uriah, what is happening, dude? Listen, it's open mic night here, and all you got to do is send me a direct message, and you can get an invite to the show tonight live. That's how we go. We are talking about anything and everything pro wrestling. Open mic night, I had another person hit me up wanting a spot on the show. No problemo. There it is. There's the invite to the show. Who should dethrone Gunther? David Haynes. This, you're going to hate it and love it at the same time. Gunther gets eliminated from the Royal Rumble by the then former NXT heavyweight champion, Ilya Dragunov. We are going to get Dragunov, Gunther 3. I think it's the third time at WrestleMania for the IC title. There you go. I that is all money all day long. Everywhere you look, that is pure gold. So that's my layout. Ricky chimed in. Hey, brother, how are you? Man, look, I'm doing good. I'm sitting back. I'm drinking some water. Fat Boy's on a diet. So I'm just sitting back watching watching Impact, TNA as it's about to be renamed, and hanging out, man. That's what it's going to be. They should push Luchasaurus. Okay. I don't really know. The guy's a monster. He's got a good look. Is he that good in the ring? Does he get over because he doesn't talk? He's got some star power to him. That's for damn sure. I just don't know if Luchasaurus / Killswitch is a viable, a viable guy right now. Where do you put him? That's the other issue. Where do you put him? Do you put him in the title hunt, and why? You're gonna have, Edge have to beat him again. Oh, it's making me tired trying to figure out what to do with Luchasaurus. Let's see here. What is up, man? I am good, Cliff. I will see you next Friday night because we will be in Charlotte, North Carolina for XWW at Lenny Boy Brewing. It's going to be a great show. Finally, without a trainee tonight. What is up, Travis? How's it going, bud? Man, just you see it. We're just sitting here bullshitting, talking wrestling. Nice. I know, David. I fucking love it too. I love wrestling, and I can see all these great things that they could do. And I would hope that I was told by somebody that everything we do is getting heard by other people. So I'm guessing that's where some of the ideas come from. Hopefully, they hear some of the good ones and run with them. I don't want any money, just a phone call and, hey, brother, that was cool. It would be awesome. Push him off a cliff. Only if Jungle Boy comes back. No, I don't really want to see Jack Perry back. I could care less about Jack Perry. I really could. His heel run sucked to high hell. He was over by his song alone. Like, his song had him over. Kid's got a good look. He's small. People like that. But I think I see him on the. I don't see him. I don't see him recovering from this shit with Punk, dude. I really don't. And not only that, who wants to touch him after that? Like, you've got a vet who told you not to do something, or that he didn't think something was a good idea. You went out there and shit on the vet, did what you wanted to do, made your promoter, your booker and your owner and your company look like a bunch of jackasses afterwards. Bro, the people on the indies don't put up with that shit. The people on the indies will really beat you over that. That's not bullshit. You want to know how I know? Because I have a wrestler from the indies in the backstage right now who's going to join the show. What's up, guys?
What's up, Ron?
Dude, I love the shirt.
I know. I was like, it's so funny that like we're telling this story as I'm coming on, and I was wearing this shirt all day.
Nice. But listen, bro, listen. Tell me I'm lying to these people. Tell these people I'm lying. The vet will beat the brakes off of people for doing shit against a promoter.
I was on a show last year that do tapings, and they post everything to their, I don't know if they still do, but they were posting stuff to their Facebook and such. On one of the tapings, this guy was basically doing what Jungle Boy did. He was going against what people were telling him. He was trying to get himself over in the match, and he was a couple moments where somebody could have got hurt because he was being stupid. Veteran goes up to the booker and says, "Next taping, book me against him." Beat the stuffing out of this kid in the ring for 5 minutes.
It happens. That's reality.
Oh, put him in an armbar and told him that's the finish, tap out. He tries to go, "I don't think my character should tap." In the ring, while he's in the hold, he goes, "Tap or snap."
It's that simple. That's real. That really happens. So that's what I'm talking about. They don't play that shit. Okay, respect that. Appreciate you. Cliff. Yeah, push him off a cliff. No, well, Cliff, you're too small. I wouldn't want to push anybody off of you. They're not going to get hurt. This coming from all 5 foot nothing of me.
No.
Champ, in this motherfucker. Brino, what is up, my brother?
Wait, that worked? Hold on.
Yeah, holy shit. What the hell? I've never seen that before.
That's why it shocked me.
Does it do it for anything else, like a thumbs up or anything? You try a thumbs up, see if it does it for you. No, I guess not. Does it do anything? Yeah, holy shit. What about that? Does that work?
I don't.
Probably not. That's hilarious.
I was just doing that for Brino, and then it popped up, and I was like, "Wait, what the fuck?"
That's wild. I've never seen that shit before. Dude, last week was ridiculous. We did a game on here with the fans. It was weird. It was something David orchestrated, so I don't know. I know what he did and I know how he did it, but I don't have it, so I'm not doing it. It was Jackbox TV. He had some Jackbox games. So it was like we launched the game on the main screen and put us over on the side, and then we let the fans comment on the game. Like we gave them the code to the game and all. It's crazy.
Yeah, you can actually yeah, like I've been on streams where they've done Jackboxes before, and they can be a lot of fun.
See, I didn't know he wanted me to be like a smartass. I was being honest with all my answers. It was like Quippets or some shit. I don't know. Who, in your opinion, is the best women's wrestler, AEW and WWE? All right, talent-wise, AEW, I'm leaning towards Britt Baker overall.
I will be the one who picks the mostly internet safe answer and say Jamie Hayter, even though she's injured right now.
I love Jamie Hayter. I 100% agree. That woman is fantastic. I am saying Britt Baker because I believe Britt Baker has a better promo than Hayter. In ring wise, they're about square. But promo wise, I think Britt's got the total package. Looks, promo, in ring talent. I think Britt Baker is fantastic. WWE, God, it's hard to pick because there's a lot of good ones. There's a few bad ones. It's no secret. I hate Nia Jax. She's the drizzling shits. She couldn't cut it on the indies. Let's be clear. She wouldn't make it on the indies.
Well, and also what hurt her was she posted a thing that basically said she had a fake vaccine card because WWE was requiring that at the time. And once she got released, she basically said she had a false one. And it's like, not the smartest thing to post in a business that's all about being up close and personal.
I will be honest with you. I got part 1 and part 2 of the vaccine. I really did. But that was at the time. I was in a service industry and I was in and out of people's houses all day, every day. I was around hundreds of people a week.
Oh, same thing here. My job at the time when that was going on, I was making insulin pens. So everything I did for work was directly affecting hundreds to thousands of people. So yeah, like they asked like, "Hey, if people can get that, we'd greatly appreciate it."
Right. But I mean, and I work in an office setting now, so I don't interact with as many
Well,
people.
and I'm fully like body choice, all that. I'm not going to sit there and jab a syringe into your arm and make you get anything, but I think there's levels to what you should and shouldn't do, and saying you falsified a vaccine card to
I
work
think
for,
that's shitty.
yeah,
I think that's shitty. I agree on that, bro. That's shit. Um, but I do you know how many times I've been asked for my card?
I got asked one time, and it was because um, it. I hate using the word Karen, but like I wasn't wearing a mask in a library, and this older person comes up to me and goes, "Have you been vaccinated?" And I just showed her so that there wouldn't be a scene because I just did not have the time for it.
I agree with that. But anyway, yeah, the falsification of the vaccine card, that's just a shit move as a person. Um, I really hope that they don't give her a title run, but who would I put at the top? Dude, Charlotte Flair is undeniable.
Charlotte's one I say gets a lot of unnecessary hate. Um, I did a thread posting about this one time that I'm like, if you think about it, almost none of the hate she gets is actually her fault. It's hatred being directed at her because people don't like how she's presented.
Right. She's a good wrestler. Becky's not bad at all. Um,
I do like Becky in the ring, but there's times I
I
feel like as much as Charlotte gets overhated, Becky gets overhyped, if that makes sense.
you're not wrong. Joining us from the phone. What is up, Estacado? Hello? Can you hear me? Oh, he's muted. Why is he muted? Did he mute himself?
Chances are. Or he's
Go
plugged in.
mute yourself. Yeah, well, he'll figure it out. But he's here somehow, some way. Um, let's see. Other than her, I mean, like Asuka's solid, Io solid, Bailey solid. Like, there's a lot of solid wrestlers on
And
that roster. That women's roster is stacked.
I wouldn't put them, I'm not like saying put any of them in the top five right now or even on the main roster, but a lot of the girls in NXT, they are building up very well.
Dude, I I really and truly anticipated Tiffany Stratton to bomb. Like when she first debuted, I was like, there is no way this pretty princess here is gonna freaking make it. I was wrong. She's done exceptionally well. Uh, I am not a big fan of Valkyria or whatever the hell her name is.
I think I think that's one of her biggest obstacles is she's got a weird fucking name. Like I want
Uh,
to talk.
Yep. Well, this is true. David, thanks for watching, man. Hit that like, share, and subscribe, bro. We're on like this is a weekly podcast. This is a all the time thing, and then we do bonus shows too, with some local stuff. But God, man, I can't think who else would be the best in WWE. It's hard to say. Even the girls that, we look at and people say were subpar really weren't god awful. I mean, Dana Brooks wasn't that great, but she was still decent enough in the ring. Uh,
I
her
feel like
promos were the drizzling shits.
Dana's an example of somebody who got called up too early, in my opinion. She was a puppy that they threw into a wolf's den and said, "Go make it work."
Agreed. They did
She
the
did.
same thing to Mandy Rose too.
Mandy Mandy was just fortunate enough to be running with Paige when she first came in.
And
Yeah, that gave her a lot more time to work on it.
not only that, bro, if you look at it, Mandy in NXT was phenomenal. She was so good on NXT. Everything was better. Her in-ring work, her promo work, everything was there. Except for her clothes, which is what got her in trouble. But that's another ballgame. I had to, right? It wouldn't be me if I didn't. Let's see what else we got. 1 second, let me answer this. Answering people who are texting trying to come in, they're trying to make it, trying to make the thing work. It's all good. But let's see. Cliff said still waiting on Jade Cargill. I'm glad we're waiting. Do you know why? Because that means she wasn't ready for TV. Wait, what have we already been telling you for 2 years? She wasn't ready for television. Not like that. Not at that level. And now look who she's training with.
Oh,
We've even seen locals from our area training with her, working with her. When you got Jada Stone working with Jade Cargill, like, polish that stone, girl. Polish that. Go for it. You love to see it.
yeah, I'm definitely glad we're waiting to see Jade because her look is phenomenal.
Agreed.
And her personality can get up there. But yeah, she definitely needs that polishing in the ring.
So here's my thing. I always felt like she was a ripoff of Sasha Banks's boss character. I felt a lot of that when she was in AEW. So I don't know if they're going to allow her to have that same presentation now or not. I'm just not sure.
I don't think it'll be the same, but I think she'll keep a lot of like the arrogance about her character, so to speak. Because
Right.
that was one of her best traits was that
Yeah.
in her face, in her walk, in the way she presented herself, it gave the aura of I am here to win and I am going to win. And that's why even with not the best in-ring presentation, she still pulled it off for so long.
Right. I agree entirely. I just hope that people realize when you go to AEW versus WWE, it's a whole different ballgame. Jesus Christ. Okay. All right. I looked away for all of 2 seconds. Do you know what I saw? That's exactly what I saw on TNA right now. So you know what that was.
TNA,
Why did I see that? Why did I see it?
TNA is the worst at covering that up. They have caught almost anyone who has done that on their show fully on screen every time.
For God's sakes.
It's like you can go through every match in TNA where somebody got a little bit of the juice, and you can probably find where it happened if you watch. They are the worst for not turning away or making sure it looks.
Blows the aura. I love TNA. I really do. Like I've said for weeks and months on end, TNA reminds me of ECW back when I was younger. In the mid '90s, mid to late '90s. That's what it reminds me of. That's why I enjoy watching it. They've got some crazy ass characters. They do some wild shit. They got the smaller fan base, the smaller crowd. It's more intimate. I'd still go see this stuff without a doubt. Um, But it's those little production details that kill me right there. Like, why did I just see? eh, You can't miss it. It's crazy, Steve. He goes like he's facing away from the camera, and you literally see and that, and then somebody's foot steps right there where his hand just did this. It's like you blew it. You gave it away. Give me a break. I've always hated that. I hate it when it's obvious. I think is the way to put it.
Yeah, I'm not one to talk because I'm still learning on how to make it not obvious, which I'm fortunate enough to work with broken glass, so it's easy.
Mm-hmm. How's your back feel from the half cut soda cans? I gotta know.
So that didn't get me as bad as the wiffle ball bat that had metal bottle caps all over it. I have like little circles in a line going across my back from that.
Oh my god. The soda can thing, when I saw it, I was like, you dickhead fucker, I hate you. And I put my phone away. I was walking back into my office from the smoking area, so I have to walk around the building like this. And the video popped up, and I'm like, all right, fucker. I put the phone in my pocket, just walked in. I was like, God damn it.
Well, that's at least a somewhat good segue for me to have you seen me posting about how I really want to get to Texas to train with somebody who's been offering?
Yeah.
It's Masada.
Have your affairs in order, have your insurance correct, and accidental death and dismemberment. The best one you can get is from the Hartford. Just, professional courtesy. Okay.
But I will. It is like I can't elaborate how much the phone calls I've been fortunate enough to share with him kind of helped me because people don't realize how long he's been around and the amount he actually knows. Like I'll sit there and talk to him and any question you got, he's got some kind of answer for and he's been so giving as far as I ask something, he responds as soon as he can. It's been a really great experience to get to know him and get to pick his brain and talk to him. So hopefully my affairs do get in order here soon so that I can take that 2 to 3 weeks to go there for a little while and work with him.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Lazarus Black chimed in.
Lads!
Haven't seen Laz in forever. Uh, Chimed in. That's my girl. Told her in the locker room, I hate soda cans, and if you unalive, can I have your belt collection?
I do have an actually pretty good one. So I have the old women of honor. I have a generic one that I'm don't know what I'm going to do with. I'll probably give it to an indie company at some point. Just being honest,
Okay.
it has no defining markings on it. Anybody could use it. And then I have a Lucha Underground title, an ECW World title, a miniature XPW King of the Deathmatch title, and then I have the one that I actually won, the AIWF Mid Atlantic Women's title.
Nice. And then if you die, or if I die, you can have Brad Cash's battle axe. It's only fair.
Yes.
Okay.
You have to see that thing because it is amazing.
Dude, all right. Let me bring you up to the level here. Lazarus and Ryan showed up at my house for an interview a couple of years ago. And Laz was going to get his beer out of the trunk. Because we're sitting outside smoking and drinking. This is how I conduct interviews, apparently. And it worked. We had a really great I think that's got like the most views ever on for the Wrestling Wire or anything the Wrestling Wire's done. I think it's still that interview all these years later. Um so Genius is like, hey man, come here. You gotta see this. I gotta grab my beard. I want to show you this anyway. I just got this in. This fucker hands me a whole reel of barbed wire that just got shipped to him. And I'm sitting there like, why the? He goes, not everybody has it, bro. We got to get it when we can get it. I'm like, well, at least you're using this and not Constantine wire. Some people call it Constantine wire. Some people call it Concentra wire. That's razor wire. And that's that shit that they have at the military base. And you want to talk about making a fucking mess. I ain't never moved that shit and it be okay. It's always been a mess. And the military throws it like they're, throwing fucking horseshoes. That shit is a mess. Look, razor wire is for the fucking birds. Yes. That's the reel I gave Raven, right? And he drank all of his beer and most of Ryan's. Yes, that is also accurate. I know, you didn't listen to me. Because what was bad was I had already been drinking that day. And then I sobered up or started to get sober by the time they got here and started drinking with them. So I had a really good day. We'll just put it that way. Jesus. What else has been up? You've been on the road a bit?
Up until the last little bit I was. For those, my car died on me, so my main method of transportation is Lazarus.
Oh, Jesus.
So I don't go to as many shows as I was going to, which I am sad about. But I go to as many as I still can. Obviously AIWF in Mount Airy, TPW, which was just this last weekend in Rocky Top, Tennessee.
Nice.
We went to ICWA in Tennessee in December, and I know they want us to come back at some point. I think March is when we're looking at that. And then stuff comes and goes just because it's wrestling.
Yeah. Man, look, it's how it is. That is 100% how it is. Here today, gone tomorrow. Back the day after. Man, look, I didn't know what all of the past we were going to get into. I really didn't. I don't recall. Ricky said, Laz, what's up? Let's see. That's how she keeps getting those damn women's titles. Shows up with me, and I threaten the promoter to get her a match, not give her the title. Oh, see?
There's been, no joke, 3 times I have gone to a show with Laz, and it'd only be the first or second time I've gone there, and the promoter's like, here, have this. Why, I don't know, but cool.
Sure. Make it make sense in the long run. Or, just don't forget the envelope.
Exactly.
Champs envelope's heavier.
I guess it's because kids love Ghazi. We don't know why, they just do.
Oh my lord. You're the new Jack. All right. So you need to release a video and use the line, see this hand? I bust that bitch in the eye. If you don't use that, it doesn't count. You're no longer the new Jack. If you don't go that far, you got to go that far.
Laz over here being the new Brad Cash, the new Jack. What's next?
I don't know. I don't know what else there could be. Yeah, David came and went. I don't know why.
Watch him still be in here just waiting.
He's not. No, he's not. He's not in the backstage, so you can't. I don't think you can see it. But there's the backstage area. I can see who's there and who's not there.
Yeah, I can't see it. I can't see it the same way you can. It just shows when I'm in or out.
Right. But anyway, man, I don't have much else to talk about. Dude, what did you think of the street fight with Cody and Shinsuke?
I so this is good. I have did not get to see a lot of. I don't watch a lot of anything right now. I'll catch highlights.
Okay.
I think the thing that's funny to me is people are like, "Oh, WWE is just giving another Japanese wrestler mist for no reason," completely forgetting Shinsuke absorbing the mist from Muda when he did his crossover in Japan.
Yeah, they bitch about it with what was it? Asuka as well. So I mean, I've just gotten to the point where I'm used to dealing with it now. That's all we hear is the same bullshit. 100% bullshit. That's all they have. But that is, I don't really have much else to talk about tonight because hell, it really wasn't that eventful of a week. I already made fun of Tony Khan. What else is new with the booger sugar guy? Um, dude, alcohol don't fuck people up that bad. Just like go get a drink. And I know you can afford good shit. Like I can afford good booze. I know he can. Um, he wastes enough money on talent that he doesn't use. Am I lying?
Speaking, okay, so here's one I don't know if you saw. This is a now deleted post, but apparently Jeff Hardy made a post where he kind of complained about how things are going in AEW.
Mm-hmm.
Like he made some kind of post about he either liked or he made some kind of post about how you can't catch the Hardy Boys on Dynamite, you can only see them on Rampage. And it's taken down now, but everyone's just like, here we go again.
I mean, here's the thing. You've got how much longer do you think they got? How many more matches do you think they got in the tank, man? Like be for real. With as much abusive as them two have done to their bodies, Matt doesn't look like he can walk normal. It doesn't look like he bends his legs when he walks. He just walks kind of like this, like shuffles. He reminds me of Mick Foley, just a third of the size.
In part, though, I do think it's why you should use them more so to help get the newer guys over on the show people actually watch. Like, because they can be in wheelchairs, but love them or hate them, they will still. People will go, oh, hey, I remember the Hardys. Who are they wrestling? Who are these guys? The problem is you need people to actually watch the show to make that happen.
That's a big deal. Good booze is not overrated. That I disagree with, and I tell you why. Because you can drink Jack Daniels if you like. I would prefer not. You can drink Jim Beam if you like. I prefer not. I would rather have a bottle of Eagle Rare or a bottle of Jefferson's Ocean. Just my personal preference. You can drink Canadian Club or Canadian Mist if you like. I'd prefer not. I'll take my bottle of Crown Royal instead. I would rather have a nice bottle of whiskey over anything else. If I'm gonna drink, hand me something good. Black Velvet, yeah, yep, that's you drink for effect, not for taste. That's the difference, son. That's the difference.
Porque nomás dos?
Uh, uh
It's the why.
translate.
It's the why can't we have both meme.
Oh, why can't we have both?
Taste and
I,
effect.
I drink for taste. I don't drink for effect. That's just me though. I drink it straight on the rocks, and you see the glass tube right there. That's a humidor. I take a nice cigar out of there and go out. I don't drink to have fun memories. I drink alone with a cigar in my hand. Like I literally drink to relax.
Well, if someone didn't get their ass thrown through a pallet a few months ago, they wouldn't have that much back pain now, would they?
Oh, that's what the back pain came from?
I don't even. It's in part of it at least because I remember they complained for a good while about how much that sucked.
Oh, I'm sure it did. Running on fumes. Who's running on fumes, Ricky?
Everybody.
I don't know. Only time I'll drink fancy shit is with Brino.
No, no,
Well, where
fair
do you
enough.
think I got class from?
Reno's sitting there just going, "I'll make proper people out of all of you."
Yes, that is exactly. Oh yeah, that's right. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. He was talking about the Hardys are running on fumes. Laz says Matt's on his way out, but Jeff, I think he wants to die in the ring. I think they want to go back to the WWE and have not another run, but maybe like another couple of here and there's. Reality is, how do you trust him? How do you trust Jeff, man? Like I've I am. Trust me, man. I can forgive people for anything because they're not in my everyday, all day. Not and they're not associated with my money. Forgiving people that are associated with your money and your business is a whole different thing. And Gazi, you and I, we're not going to go into details, but you and I have that connection, do we not? When Gazi walks up to Ron at a show and goes, Did you have something to do with what just happened? Are we good? Was all that you remember this? We were in North Carolina. Did you have something to do with that? Are you okay? Then we're good. That's all. We don't play dumb shit. That's it. But that's money. That's not personal at all. That was all business.
Yep.
And that's the thing. Business can cause you personal problems, and personal problems can cost you business. So these people got to recognize, man. I don't know how you trust Jeff.
Oh, that's why Vince said it one time where he was like, people used to say like, "Oh, don't take it personal. It's just business." My business is personal because it affects my life.
Right. And I actually told somebody this story the other day. Laz Laz was saying I still got the service of Black Society Contracting. It's just you, Ghazi, and Havoc. So
God, I love Raven.
here's the thing. We were outside at a show. Well, let me phrase that. I had worked the show and Laz and another we'll just say another hardhead was there. And I was like, hey, you two, come with me. I need to talk to you. I wanted a favor, and I knew who to ask because I knew who would do what needed to be done, and thankfully it never had to come to pass because I would have paid them. I just didn't want to. But
I've heard this story.
you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yes,
then.
I do.
Right. I had to tell somebody this shit the other day because they didn't believe how things are, and I'm like, bro, no, baby, no.
People don't realize I'll eat someone's kneecaps for Ron.
Yeah. When it comes to us, legality is a matter of opinion. Fact. The other thing that was funny was God, where the hell were we? We were somewhere and somebody showed up that shouldn't have been there. And Laz was like, they won't get near you or the kid. Just don't worry about it. And because I have my daughter. And I was like, oh, I started laughing. I'm like, you're the third person in the locker room to come to me and tell me this.
Dude, nobody messes around when there's kids involved.
Yeah,
Like,
that's number one. But like there are certain shows I've loved taking my daughter to because it's like shit. Which uncle you want to deal with? Half of them already been to jail. They don't care.
uh,
They will. They're not worried about anything. That little girl, my little girl. Shit, they'll go right back to jail over her. They don't care. And that's a part of that is because of business relationship. The other part of it is because personally aligning things. You know, I have sharp objects in my gear bag. Anyone messes, homies, cut someone. Oh, dude, I never get in and out of the ring without one. I actually have carried a gun in the ring once.
me and Lazarus both just have like gusset plates and staple guns and skewers
Yeah.
and all kinds of crap in our bags.
I'm not proud of the fact that I have concealed a gun in a or at a show. I am not a fan of that. You saw what? You saw me? I don't think you and I were at the same show that I don't think so. I could be wrong. You saw what? Because we gotta clear something up real quick. Did I forget and carry to a different show?
Ron's sitting here like, how many rings have I carried to?
Oh yeah. Okay. You probably have. I'm pretty. Actually, no. You were at that show. I already remember. Yeah, we were not in Spartanburg, brother. We weren't in Spartanburg, were we? I can already tell you that we weren't here. Yeah, if that's the case, then yeah, you're right. Yep, that's the correct answer. Well, shit happens. Anyways, guys, do you have any shows coming up you want to tell me about?
Trying to think real quick. Laz, I can't remember the date on the next TPW show. I'm sorry. I need your help. I know it's in February. I know I'm going to be at the AIWF anniversary show that weekend. I know that one's March 2nd and 3rd. Like I said, I'm not on as many shows as I used to be because I don't have a car right now. So I've been out of the loop.
We need to get that rectified.
I'm working on it.
I know. What is this? TPW doesn't have a firm date. It's supposed to be February 3rd, but
Okay.
the venue is being slapnuts.
Yeah, we've had a few building issues due to
The level of violence?
due to other. So the show at Rocky Top, they okayed us using the building, but they put several restrictions on the show as far as timing, where everything could be, how much we were allowed to use, because a previous show that I'm not going to say by name was there and completely wrecked the place. Like
But
tore the building,
Lazarus said it in the comments. I just want to say.
tore the building the fuck up, ruined a bunch of shit. So the building owner was like, "We allow wrestling here, but this is the whole list of rules." It was like reading the fucking 13,000 commandments.
Oh no, we're not having
So
that.
chances are it won't be in that same building again. Currently, they are looking for a new one.
Gotcha. All right. Well, I've got a show coming up next weekend that I'm working. I've got a show coming up this weekend that I'm advertising for. TCW presents Monsoon. This is in Toms River, New Jersey. Uh, this poster is badass. But yeah,
That
that's coming up, right?
everyone look at this poster. This is the poster your poster should aspire to be. Make it unique, but
Right. It's awesome. I like that. I like that flyer. Next weekend, you can find me in Charlotte, North Carolina. I will be working XWW Deadly Resolution. That's Friday the 19th. It is a free show at Lenny Boy Brewing. You can't go wrong showing up.
That's another good poster.
And this is just one of the matches we have Bobby Valentine versus Sephiroth for the XWW United States Championship. I can't wait. These two, Sephiroth tried to run Bobby over with a car in Matthews.
I'm not saying he's right or wrong. I'm just saying there's situations I understand.
Bro, he had to move the crowd out of the way. This show was outside in Matthews, North Carolina. Like, there's railroad tracks, this car, Bobby, and Seth trying to run him over. I think Quest had to pull Seth out. It was fucked up as a soup sandwich, okay? It was terrible. So that's going to be a blood feud. I can't wait to see that one. Then coming up, AWL returns their first show of the year, March the 2nd. That's at the Welford Pavilion in Welford, South Carolina. They will crown brand new and first ever AWL Tag Team Champions. The Wranglers, the Divine Dynasty, the Heat Seekers, and the Exotic Youth. One of those four teams will be walking out the first ever AWL Tag Team Champions. And there's a lot more coming to that show. We just can't tell you all of it yet. Jersey's got a dope scene. Bro, they're coming down here. Titan's coming to Lewisburg, some shit, North Carolina. I don't know. I when they tell me, I'll relay all the information. But they're coming down here, so I can't wait to see what they're gonna do here. They were the ones behind that Andre the Giant Memorial show that happened, a Giant Memorial last year. It was awesome. Let's see here. Just say the words of Necro. Fuck around and find out. So stoked to get back to the pavilion in 2024. Dude, hell yeah. Bro, y'all should come out to Charlotte if you're not busy Friday night. Come on out to Charlotte next Friday. Have a drink. Say hi. I know. I understand. Just come on out, say hi. Enjoy a show. It'd be nice to sit and watch one instead of fighting in one all the time. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Watching makes me want to fight.
There you go. Ricky, you take it easy, man. You have a good one. And the pavilion is where I train when it's cold. Laz, I understand that. It's cold as shit out there today. It's going to be worse next week. It's going to be like 20 here.
Yeah.
But at any rate,
I'm not looking forward to next week.
I'm not either. Well, that's all we got for this week. Gazi, you got anything else?
Not at the moment. Follow me on Twitter at Guzzy. The GOZZIE GUZZY.
Guzzy. Got it. All right.
I asked everyone what my @ should be. That was the best response.
Wow.
I have weird fucking fans.
This is true. Laz says buy her merch. So there you go. Buy some merch from Gazi. Man, look, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Thanks for being a guest on the show tonight. And folks, what the fuck was that?
I guess Nikki did something.
Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, y'all have a good one because it's been real. It's been fun. And hell yeah, it's been real fun. We'll see you at the next show next Thursday night. Not only that, we'll see you at the Indies. Y'all take it easy.